Bitcoin is ethical capital. Michael Saylor gave a speech last week at the Bitcoin Policy Institute, and he said something very profound within that. He said Bitcoin is the only asset that you can truly own. So let's think about this. Let's break this down. I'm going to show the clip of Michael talking about this. It's only about 30 seconds long. And usually when he says something, I have to go back and rewatch it about 10 times, think through it, and then try to make some sense of that. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to watch this clip of Saylor, and then we're going to dive further into it. So this is Michael Saylor again last week at the Bitcoin Policy Institute, where he called Bitcoin digital, or he said digital capital is ethical capital. The only thing in this world that you can truly own.
And finally, what we all know in this room is that Bitcoin is, and digital capital is ethical capital. It's the only thing in this world you can truly own. If you have possession of the keys, if you have possession of the knowledge of where the keys might be, you own the thing. No one can take the thing away from you. Everything else you have in this world, you own at the pleasure of someone more powerful than you until they decide to take it away from you. Satoshi gave us property rights, sound money, sovereign money.
So the only asset that you can truly own. Let's think about this. Let's think about the assets that people currently hold for storing their value. You got cash, you got money in the bank, you got stocks, you got land, real estate, gold, silver. Let's briefly take a look at each of these and see why you don't truly own any of these assets. I think the most obvious one is cash in the bank or money in the bank. And there is a very big difference between cash in your hand that you hold, that you don't need anybody's permission to spend, versus money in the bank, where yes, the bank has the ability to freeze your account, suspend any transactions. Plus, it's just a liability saying that the bank owes you this if they decide that they want to give it back to you. Try going to the bank and asking for $100,000 worth of cash and see if they have it. Or how about if everybody went to the bank at the same time and tried to take their money out of the bank? You think that would think the money's actually there? It's just a liability. The bank would not be able to meet that obligation to all of its members if they did it at the same time. So you don't truly own that asset. You own it at the expense of somebody else. And when I think about stock brokerages, whether you're talking about like Wealthsimple, Questrade, any of these big financial institutions, it's the same kind of thing. They have the ability to suspend your account. You have to ask their permission to buy, sell, transact. And the other part too there is that if you own a share in Apple, Strategy, Microsoft, there's probably 2, 3, 4, 5 people that have ownership of that same share. With the options, with the futures, with the derivatives, that's how that whole system works. Very similar to like the fractional reserve banking. It's not one-to-one. So not only do you need permission, but they probably don't have all the shares that they claim to have. So those are fairly obvious ones, but I think it's still worth pointing out because that's where most people hold their wealth. But let's think about real estate and land. Very simply, property tax. Go a couple of years without paying your property taxes, you're going to find out pretty quickly that you do not, in fact, own that land. But the other thing too here, what Saylor said there, the only asset that you can truly own, because you can own it, you can own everything else until somebody more powerful decides that they want to take it from you. So that applies to real estate, land, gold, anything in your house. Think about it. The U.S. Army shows up. 1,000 members of the U.S. Army show up outside your door. Do you own that house? Do you own that land? Or are they going to take it from you if they want to? You own it until somebody more powerful decides that they want to take it from you. And it's the same thing with the gold in your house, the silver in your house, any assets that you own in your house. It's yours until somebody more powerful with bigger weapons and more people decide that they want to take it from you. So yes, you could say gold, I don't have any claim, nobody has a claim to this gold, nobody else owns this gold, but it's only yours until somebody more powerful decides that they want to take it. Same with your land, same with your house. But then the incentives also change here. And I think this is the most important part because he called it ethical capital, peaceful capital. What does that mean? It means that the incentives change. They can't just shoot a rocket at your house and take whatever's there, take the gold that's the remains of it. They can't hold you at gunpoint and say, give us all of your assets, give us everything in this house, or we're going to kill you and take it anyways. They can't do that with Bitcoin. If you do it properly within your Bitcoin, securing your Bitcoin properly, they would have to extract that Bitcoin from your brain or find out where you're hiding it, where it's dispersed around the world and encrypted around the world. So the incentive changed. And the profound thing about that is when everybody's holding Bitcoin as that asset, think about what that's going to mean in terms of war, violence, attacks, all these different things that we worry about today. But if we get this to a place where there's literally nothing that somebody could do to you and there's no incentive for that person to kill you, because if they kill you, then they're definitely not getting your Bitcoin. They can try to force you to do it, but they can't get it unless you voluntarily give it to them. And you cannot say that with any other asset. So it's ethical, it's peaceful, it's going to have a significant influence and change in our world going forward because of this. It's ethical. So again, very profound. I think that as more and more people understand this, obviously we have the number go up, the performance, the technology, the global economy that we're going to unlock. But having true property rights and having an asset that you can truly own, that's a very big idea.